have you forgiven Uncle Evan for what happened?
I don't know. I've tried not to think about it, I guess.
I'll divide everyone into two groups. If Esau attacks one group, the other can escape.
Is it that bad?
Yes, it's that bad.
I'm Miss Jean. Join me on a trip to Discovery Mountain, where the air is clear enough to hear your imagination, and where every day is an exercise in faith. Join me for today's expedition in Discovery Mountain. Hello, I'm glad that you're here for our continuing story called Keep Watch. Now, in our last episode, we heard the story of Jacob and Esau. Well, part of that Bible story. We'll hear more in today's episode. And Grandpa Harris, remember, he's Judah and Gracie's dad's dad. Well, Grandpa Harris got a message about the sale of his pet shop. It's signed E.H. Now, could E.H. be Evan Harris, John's long-lost brother? Well, how is the Harris family adjusting to all of this change? We'll join them in just a moment. It's an early start at the cafe. Gracie wants to be at school early to hear the rest of the Bible story. And maybe Jake and Olivia will finally work out their misunderstanding. Let's join the Harrises at the cafe. Miss Michelle made cinnamon rolls. Ah, they smell delicious. Here's today's episode called Blessings.
Mom, I'm gonna miss these cinnamon rolls when I'm in college.
Well, I might just have to mail some to you.
I don't know how well they transport.
Oh, well, it's the thought that counts.
Judah, did you know that you can do a college degree online?
Yeah, but what's the fun of that? I want to be at college and live on campus and,
But online you could stay at home with me and Mom and Brianna. You'll still be here next year, won't you, Brianna?
Oh, I don't know, maybe.
We'll all miss you, Judah.
I'll miss all of you too.
Can I take a few of these cinnamon rolls back home with me next week?
Dad, you're leaving next week?
Gracie, I've been here much longer than planned already. I came to help out your mom, but now we have Hattie to help out.
I like to help too, Uncle John. Just don't make me run the cash register.
Brianna, you've been great at serving tables.
Thanks.
Dad, but you can't leave.
Why?
We haven't found Uncle Evan yet.
Gracie, we've been over this. I haven't seen my brother in 20 years. I don't even know where to start looking for him.
Yeah, I did a search online for Evan Harris. All kinds of weird results came up.
See, Dad? One could be your brother.
No, I took a look at each one. None are him. Gracie, I don't think Evan wants us to connect with him.
True, your dad is still in the same place as he was 20 years ago. Evan knows where to find our family, if he wanted to.
Wait, so Dad, why didn't you ever tell us about your twin brother?
Well, I always meant to, but I didn't want to explain what happened, and then all this would happen.
All what?
You all would be pushing me to find him. I've looked over the years, trust me. He doesn't want to see us.
My mom said the same thing. She's looked for her brother for years, too. Uncle John?
Yes?
Why didn't you run the pet shop after Evan left? I mean, you could have.
Well, honestly, I wasn't suited for it. My mom was right. I took their graduation gift, went to college, and then got into building.
And then blew things up.
Right. I enjoy that part.
Dad, have you forgiven Uncle Evan for what happened?
Forgiven him? I don't know. I've tried not to think about it, I guess.
Oh, that reminds me. Rita's going to tell us the rest of Jacob and Esau's story. I need to get to school.
All right, Gracie. Leave your plate and I'll clean it up.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome. It's nice to see her excited about something again.
Good morning, Jake.
Oh, hey, Reader. I was wondering, did you find a substitute for the substitute?
Jake, you and your sister are just going to have to find a way to get along. Besides, it's just one more day.
Wait, today is Olivia's last day?
Yes, Mr. Graham will be back from his conference tomorrow.
Oh, no.
This whole thing has been a disaster.
Well, here comes Olivia now. Maybe you can make it right with her.
All right, I can try.
Good morning, Reader.
Olivia,
Really, Jake? You wore that on purpose, didn't you?
Wore what?
That old jacket. It's falling apart.
Well, it works. Barely.
Jacob P. Donovan. If I didn't know better, I'd think you were making me mad on purpose.
Whoa, now. You two. Come on, professionalism. Here comes Gracie.
Gracie, how nice to see you early this fine morning.
Hi, Mrs. Olson. Hey, Reader, does Esau forgive Jacob?
Ah, right to the point, I see. Well, come on in, Gracie, and let's see. Where did we end off with the story?
Hey, Gracie, come on, sit right here between Mrs. Olson and me. Reader, we finished just as Jacob was walking into Haran. My namesake, he was such a great...
Supplanter?
Olivia!
Professionalism?
No, not that. Jacob was a man of faith. God did bless the nations through him.
Yes, you're right, Jake. But at this point in the Bible story, Jacob didn't know that. When he walked into Haran, he had the promise God gave him at Bethel.
Oh, where he slept on the rock for a pillow.
Right. Jacob wouldn't have peace in his heart until he safely returned to his family. Jacob walked into Haran. Jacob was the son of Isaac, and Isaac the son of Abraham. God had promised Abraham that he would become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth would be blessed in him. Would Jacob be a part of the blessing?
Hello there.
Welcome, stranger.
May I have a drink of water from the well?
Not just now. When all the flocks are gathered, we'll roll the stone from the well. Then you may drink.
Oh, I've been walking all day. But I'll wait.
Have a seat in the shade.
Thank you. Say, do you know Laban, the son of Nahor?
Yes, I know him.
Is he well?
He is. Oh, look, his daughter Rachel is coming now with the sheep.
Rachel? She'll want to water her sheep.
She'll wait until the rest... Or you could move the stone now, I guess.
I've removed the stone for you. Please, water your flock.
Oh, thank you. Do I know you?
I am Jacob. I'm your father's relative.
My father's relative? I must tell him.
Rachel told her father, Laban, about the man at the well. Laban ran out to greet him.
The son of Rebekah? Let me look at you. Yes, I can see it is true. Surely you are my own flesh and blood. Come to my home.
Thank you.
Jacob helped Laban with the flocks of sheep and goats, and he could hardly take his eyes off of Rachel.
Jacob, the speckled lamb is getting away. Catch him for me.
The speckled what?
Catch him.
I've got him, sister.
Thanks, Leah. This one here is useless.
I'm sorry, Rachel.
You catch the next one, Jacob.
Will there be other runaway lambs?
There always are.
Jacob, come here.
Yes, Laban?
Jacob, you've been working for me for a month. I can't expect you to work for free. What should your wages be?
My wages? My wages could be a dowry payment. I would like to marry your daughter.
Leah?
The youngest, Rachel.
Rachel.
I will serve you 7 years for Rachel.
I see. Well, it's better she marry you than another man, I agree.
Woohoo! Thank you, sir.
The 7 years seemed like just a few days to Jacob because of the love he had for Rachel. At last, the day of the wedding feast arrived.
Jacob, welcome to the family.
Thank you, Laban.
Your wife awaits you.
Oh, but I just saw her.
Your wife awaits you. Now go.
Oh, all right.
Laban had tricked Jacob. In the morning, he realized he had married Leah and not Rachel.
Laban!
Ah, yes, Jacob.
You have deceived me. You know I intended to marry Rachel. 7 years I worked for you.
This is how it's done here. The younger sister can't be married before the older.
But You didn't tell me that.
In a week, you may marry Rachel too.
But
you only have to serve me another 7 years.
Another 7 years? But...
For Rachel.
Yes, Laban, I'll serve you.
All right, now go.
Jacob walked out into the field. He couldn't believe what happened.
Rachel, is that you?
Oh, Jacob, you must go to my sister.
But, Rachel...
My father and my sister deceived us.
I know, but in another week we can be together. He didn't tell me how things are done in this country.
Yes, but my father does as suits him on the ways of his country.
What do you mean?
The wages you worked for, they were for my dowry.
Yes?
Fathers normally give the dowry back to his daughter at the wedding feast.
Did Laban give the dowry to Leah instead?
No, I wish that my sister received it. No, Jacob, he kept it for himself.
Rachel, it doesn't matter. I'll serve another 7 years.
Now go. Go to my sister. Goodbye, my love.
Jacob served Laban, and his family grew. His son Reuben arrived first, followed by Simeon, Levi, and Judah. Next, Dan, then Naphtali were born. The brothers were soon joined by 2 more, Gad and Asher. Then Issachar and Zebulun. After 10 boys, Jacob and Leah had a daughter, Dinah. And Rachel at last had a son. They named him Joseph. 12 children. It was time for Jacob to have a home of his own, but he couldn't return to his own land and family. Could he?
Laban, please send me away that I may go to my own place. I have served you well these many years.
Please, stay. The Lord has blessed me because of you.
The Lord has blessed you.
Name your wages.
I'll continue to work for you if you will...
Yes?
Allow me to take the spotted and the speckled sheep and all the brown lambs.
They are yours.
And the spotted and speckled goats. These will be my wages.
I agree with you.
Jacob took care of his speckled and spotted flocks, and Laban's too. His sheep and goats were stronger and healthier than Laban's. Laban and others noticed. As the years went on, Laban grew suspicious and unfriendly towards Jacob.
Oh, Lord, I have been in this land nearly 20 years. I don't trust Laban. I need a home for my family. But what can I do?
Jacob, return to the land of your fathers and to your family, and I will be with you.
Jacob ran to his family.
Your father is not friendly towards me anymore, but God has been with me.
What has God answered you, Jacob?
He said that I should return to the land of my fathers and that he will be with us.
Our father did not gift us our dowries, as the custom is in this land.
No, he spent all of that money. Money that could have been ours. Jacob, you have been fair to our father.
All you have belongs to us and our children.
Whatever God has said to you.
Yes?
Do it.
Your father is away now, shearing his sheep. We'll leave before he returns.
Jacob and his family and flocks set out on their journey. When Laban found out, he was angry. He chased after them. At night, God came to Laban in a dream and said,
"Be careful that you speak to Jacob neither good nor bad."
God warned Laban, and when he finally caught up with Jacob, he was a little less angry.
Jacob, why did you take my daughters away secretly? I could have sent you away with a celebration.
I was afraid that you would take Rachel and Leah away from me.
God spoke to me last night to speak kindly to you.
I have served you for 20 years, and God has been with me. God has seen my affliction.
Jacob, these are my children and my grandchildren. Come, let's make a covenant. Let it be a witness between you and me.
Yes, let's do that. Come now, sons. Let's gather stones and pile them together.
Ah, a mighty pillar of stone. Jacob, this pillar is a witness between you and me.
Yes, a Mizpah.
A Mizpah? Yes. May the Lord keep watch between you and me when we are absent one from another.
Laban returned home, and Jacob continued on his journey. All the while, he was afraid of seeing his brother Esau again.
Send a message to Esau, saying that I have stayed with Laban, and now I return. I have all I need. I have been blessed. I wish to find favor in your sight.
The servant sent the message to Esau, and soon returned with a message of his own.
Esau is coming to meet you.
He is?
Yes, and he has 400 men with him.
Oh no, I have to act fast. I'll divide everyone into 2 groups. If Esau attacks one group, the other can escape.
That night, Jacob took Rachel, Leah, and his children to a safe place across the river Jabbok.
Sleep here tonight. You'll be safe.
Jacob, will you stay with us?
I'll be close by. I cannot sleep.
Alone by the river Jabbok, Jacob prayed.
Lord, I am not worthy of the least of your mercies. Save us, I pray, from the hands of my brother Esau.
That night, a figure wrestled with Jacob. They wrestled until the sun began to rise.
My hip.
Let me go, for the day breaks.
I will not let you go unless you bless me.
What is your name?
Jacob.
Your name shall no longer be Jacob, but Israel. For you have struggled with God and with me, and have prevailed.
I have seen God face to face, and my life is preserved.
The next morning, Esau and his 400 men approached. Jacob bowed.
7 bows. Oh, what if he hasn't forgiven me?
Jacob!
Yes?
Come here and hug me. Oh, Jacob, my brother.
Esau, it's so good to see you.
And who are all these?
These are my wives and my children, whom God has graciously blessed me with.
I am so pleased to meet each of you. Now, my brother.
Yes?
Why did you send messengers and gifts to me? I have enough, my brother.
Please accept my gifts. Esau, I have seen your face as though I have seen the face of God, and you were pleased with me.
I am pleased to see you, brother.
Please, take my blessing.
Your blessing?
Yes, my blessing.
Well, all right. I will return to my home. You have all you need for your journey.
I do.
I will see you soon.
Yes, very soon.
Jacob found land and made a home for his family. But his journey wasn't complete. There were others he had to see.
Something smells delicious as always.
I'm making soup. Please, come in.
Hello, Deborah.
Oh, Jacob, is that you?
It's me.
Oh, you're limping. Sit, please.
It's a hip injury.
What happened?
Long story. Deborah, come outside and meet my family.
Oh, Jacob, you have a wife and child. Oh, that's a large family.
How lovely to finally meet you, Deborah.
Your meal smells delicious.
Oh, thank you. Would you help me? I need to put on another pot to feed all these lovely children.
I have been blessed with 11 sons and 1 daughter.
I see. Oh, Jacob.
Well, Jacob, your math isn't quite right.
Can I tell her?
Of course. She's family.
My 12th son will be here soon.
The Lord has blessed you, Jacob. Oh, how I wish your mother were here to meet each of them.
Me too. I miss her.
I do too. But I'm overjoyed to see you.
Deborah, what's going on?
Jacob, are you ready to see your father?
Well, I'm afraid.
He has long ago forgiven you. Go to him.
Yes, Deborah.
Who's there?
Father, it's your son.
But Jacob?
Yes, Father, it's me.
Oh, my son. Let me feel your hands.
They aren't as smooth as they once were.
Oh, Jacob, you are home.
Yes, Father, at last.
Jacob, God promised my father Abraham that he would become a great and mighty nation. Do you remember that?
I do, Father.
All the nations of the earth will be blessed by the God of Abraham, Isaac,
and Jacob.
So, Esau did forgive Jacob.
Yes, he did.
I wish I could find my Uncle Evan.
So it is true. Your dad really does have a long-lost brother?
Yes, but I don't know if it would turn out as well as Jacob and Esau.
Why's that, Gracie?
My dad might not forgive his brother.
Well, brothers are sometimes hard to forgive.
Jacob blessed Esau. You've got a lot of changes happening in your family, Gracie. I told your mom about my sister. If you ever want to talk.
Maybe. First, I have to find my Uncle Evan. Thanks for sharing the story, Reader.
Bye, Gracie.
Well, I better get back to my classroom.
Yeah, me too.
No. I'm going to check on Mr. Enderby in the cafeteria. You two are going to talk.
But
Talk before Olivia leaves tomorrow.
But...
Just talk.
Well, Jake, I don't want my money back.
I didn't know accepting it would make us fight.
Well, I didn't give it to you to start a fight. I just thought that since it was old, I could do something nice for you.
Yeah, my laptop is old, but the school said it's going to replace it next year.
But it's barely working. Wait, your laptop?
Yeah. What'd you think we were talking about?
That old jacket you're wearing.
This? My favorite teacher jacket?
Wait a minute. So, when I overheard your conversation with Reader...
You were eavesdropping.
Not exactly. Quit changing the subject. So, you were talking about your laptop, and I thought you were talking about the jacket.
Now it all makes sense. Olivia, I'm sorry.
Jake, I'm sorry.
I had no idea this jacket needed replacing. Is it that bad?
Oh, Jake. Yes, it's that bad.
Okay, well, I saw a new one just like it the other day. Let's see, here, yeah, if you take half your money back, I can buy a new one with the other half.
Oh, really? Well, that sounds like a good deal.
Olivia, we wasted your whole time here fighting. Now it's your last day.
I know. I'm gonna miss you.
Oh, I'll miss you too. But hey, come on. Let's make the most of your last day here at the school. You ready to have the best day?
Jake, wait. Professionalism.
Right. After you, Mrs. Olson.
Thank you. But after you, Chaplain Jake.
Oh boy! Today's gonna be perfecto!
So much for professionalism.
Jake and Olivia finally figured out their misunderstanding. Miss Michelle is busy at the cafe, but she's about to hear from someone she hasn't seen in years. Let's listen.
Miss Michelle, another veggie omelet, please.
It's an omelet kind of day, I see.
Sure is.
Oh, Hattie, the phone's ringing. And in the middle of the breakfast rush, too. Could you grab it for me, please?
Sure. Good morning, Miss Michelle's Cafe.
Another veggie omelet. Okay, now where's my spatula?
Miss Michelle, it's for you.
Take a message, please. I'll call after the rush.
He says it's important.
Oh? Thanks, Hattie. Hello?
Hi, Michelle.
Evan?
Michelle, John's not there, is he?
No, I'll go and get...
Oh, no, please. Don't tell him I'm on the phone. I want to talk to you.
Okay, I'm listening.
Michelle, I didn't know who to call.
Is everything all right?
Yes, it's fine. I sent a note to Dad.
You did? And?
Well, he hasn't answered yet.
Ah, I see.
I sent in an inquiry about the pet shop.
Oh, Evan, you'd be perfect to run Harris & Son.
I don't know. I don't know if Dad and John can ever forgive me.
Well, you did the right thing. You reached out.
Well, sort of. I just signed my initials EH.
Oh, Evan, and you expect your father to figure out that cryptic message?
I just kind of left it in his court. He can answer if he chooses.
Give him a little time, Evan.
I just keep checking my email inbox over and over again.
I'm sure he'll answer. When he's ready, that is. Now, I haven't talked to you in 20 years. How are you?
Oh, where to begin? Michelle, he wrote back.
Oh, good. Open the email.
I gotta go. Bye.
Evan? Evan? Oh, no. I didn't ask him for his phone number or where he's living.
Miss Michelle, is everything okay?
I hope so, Hattie. I really do.
Evan reached out to his family.
Yes, but he hung up before Miss Michelle could get any information from him.
Well, Grandpa Harris has his email address if he figured out that EH is Evan Harris.
I hope that he did. 20 years is a long time to be apart from your family.
Oh, it is. I wonder if there's still a chance for a happy reunion.
Well, nothing is impossible. Jacob and Esau reunited happily.
They did. You know, God was with Jacob the entire time that he was away from home and with Laban and his family.
God protected him, and he had a plan during it all.
He did. And Jacob made some mistakes along the way. He stole Esau's birthright.
And yet, God blessed him. God forgave Jacob, and I'm thankful for that.
Me too, because it means that when I mess up, God forgives me too. You know, there was a part of Jacob and Esau's story that I really liked. Let me look up the verse.
All right. And you know, 2 other siblings figured out their differences in our episode too.
Yeah, Jake and Olivia finally worked out their misunderstanding. It's too bad they have to be apart from each other again so soon.
Yeah, Olivia is leaving Discovery Mountain in our next episode.
Today's Bible story is going to inspire her to do something special for her brother before she leaves.
Oh?
Yeah, you'll have to find out next time. Oh, and here's the part of the story that I liked. When Jacob and Esau reunite, Jacob says this to his brother. It's the second part of Genesis chapter 33 and verse 10. It says, I have seen your face as though I had seen the face of God, and you were pleased with me.
I like that part too. Jacob exercised his faith by listening to God and going back home. Seeing his brother was like seeing the face of God. It was such an answer to prayer.
Forgiving is a wonderful way to exercise our faith. It blesses us and the person that we forgive.
I wonder, will John have the chance to exercise his faith through forgiveness?
Well, we'll find out next time in our final episode of this story series called Keep Watch.
Don't miss it. We'll see you next time.
You've been listening to Discovery Mountain. To listen to other episodes and to send us a message, visit us online at discoverymountain.com or write to us at Discovery Mountain, P.O. Box 999, Loveland, Colorado 80539. And in Canada, write to Box 2127, Oshawa, Ontario, Canada, L1H7V4.